Hi everyone, how are we doing today? Today I'm going to be showing you guys the results of my muzzleloader season for 2017-2018. And I did get a unique buck this year, something that I must say I have never got a rack like this before. What makes it so special is it's definitely non-typical. As you can see, the one side of the left side is way smaller than the right side. It is a 10-pointer, and it's also special because I have this really cool, like, Decepticon-looking emblem. And it's also special because it represents my very first drop-tine buck ever. So it's, like, really exciting to talk to you today. I did not get this buck alone. I took my brother out with me, and it was really fun because I actually wasn't supposed to be the shooter. I was specifically just supposed to be the pusher. And I was walking the woods and I had my brother in the field. And it was so cool. I'm looking at him, he's looking at me. And I just tell him to keep walking. And all of a sudden I see him raise his gun. So I get really excited. And I'm waiting for him to shoot this buck right here. And he starts laughing. We're about 100 yards away. Got a good chuckle. So I call him. I go, "Hey, you didn't shoot that buck. What are you doing?" He says, "Hey," he's like, my glove is stuck in my hammer." I said, "Well, dude, take your knife out, cut it off, and let's go get this buck." So we get to the end of the woods, and he's right in front of me. I have 100% no shot. I'm trying to cross this swamp. And all of a sudden, he just jumps up and he's like, "Yep." He's like, "I'm not playing with you guys." So he runs to the next woods. I look at my brother and I said, "How big do you think that buck was?" He goes, "About 8. And, we start talking about going in the woods after it. And Lord and behold, we decided we're going to sprint to the woods. I hunted these woods about 5 years, so I know a little bit about the area. I decided to take the high ground. It's about a 40-foot advantage. I told my brother, "Hey, walk in that swamp, dude, and just be quiet, and he'll come right out to you." And it got really lucky. He stood up. I looked at him, looked at me. I gave him the thumbs up. We start walking. He stands right up, jumps once, looks at my brother. I took about a 175-yard shot and muzzle on him. Seen him jump once. That was it. Never seen him again. Tried to reload my gun. My bullet got stuck. I had to really jam it in there. That's what she said. And, it ended up working out. Got the bullet in there. And, I told my brother, I said, I'm pretty sure I hit that thing. So why don't you go in the swamp and go look? So we do, zigzag pattern. And we're trying to get this buck to jump out. And, we got a small buck. A little 4-pointer jumped out. And no, I didn't want him. Brother didn't want him. I said, "Yeah, let him go." It was funny because he stood right there. Young buck just stood right there acting like nothing was the matter. So, we just kind of laughed. And I said, "Hey, why don't you go out back? I'll walk the point again. Stand right here. We'll push him right back to the woods we just got done walking." And all of a sudden, I see him laying down. And I go, "All right." I said, "Hey, he's dead." I said, "All right." Well, I go up to him, and he's barely alive. And I told my brother, I said, "Hey, come put the mercy kill, so we both get a kill shot on this thing, Shocked to see that I had hit one of his lungs out, and he was still alive. I've never seen that before, the muzzleloader. Hit him a little high. My brother, finished the job off, and he was very grateful. It was real fun. So we got to get this buck, and like I said, it's kind of weird seeing this buck. It's just cool looking. I mean, the brow tines are way off. It's just cool to see the oddity there. And, it's not a bad buck. It's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite hunt that I've ever had with my brother. He's always busy. I'm always busy, but we got to go out. And, it's really special because, we got this nice drop tine. I've always wanted a drop tine buck. So it was, super cool to see him have a drop tine. It was, man, this is so cool. And I mean, this emblem here, it's like, it always reminds me of like a Decepticon. That's why I started calling him the Deception Buck, Decepticon. It was really cool. And I don't know if this was one here forming or not. I couldn't really tell. But, it's what it is. So it's definitely a 10-pointer. That's one of my nicer racks, muzzleloading. Went back out with my brother, and we did see a really nice 8. I mean, phenomenal, real thick guy, but couldn't get him to come out of the woods, so he stayed in the brush, and that's why he's alive. He's a smart buck. I had a lot of fun this year. I got a few doe after. I like to fill my buck tag. I don't like to shoot doe with muzzleloader, so I always go for another buck. And yeah, I mean, I had a really hard time not mounting this. I don't think I'll get a buck rack like this ever again. So that was kind of why I'm like, do I really want to spend $500? I really did, but I really didn't. I mean, it's not like a spectacular sized buck by no means, but it's got these oddities that are really cool to look at. So I'm really had a hard time not mounting this. But like I said, I'm going to, European mount it, put it on the wall, and, it'll be a nice story someday for the rest of the family. But, it got the job done, and I must say, I don't really European mount a lot of bucks, so I watched a lot of videos on how to clean this. Scrub this pretty good with bleach, and yeah, it was definitely a challenge to get some of the hair off here. Like I said, I've never European mounted a buck before, so it was a little more hard work than I thought. So shout out to all the videos I watched. Thanks, guys. Whoever video I watched, you did a good job. And I cut a little bit crooked, I guess. I used a hacksaw. Probably wasn't the smartest idea, but it got the job done. I guess I can always touch it up later or get a mounting kit or skull mounting kit or something. But yeah, so other than that, I was super happy to get this buck, and I'm definitely going to show my shotgun kill in a few days, and I'm going to show my archery kill in a few days. And keep hunting, guys. Rock on.